वेलकम बैक कंप्यूटर पाठशाला। आज हम सुपर फास्ट सीरीज़ का पार्ट 4 करने वाले हैं, तो शुरू करते हैं सुपर फास्ट तरीके से। डायरेक्ट एक्सेस स्टोरेज डिवाइस, DASD शॉर्ट फॉर्म। डिजिटल वर्सटाइल डिस्क, आंसर इज DVD। Compact disk read only memory, CDR. Magneto-optical, MO, to bring the instruction from main memory. Fetch, the instruction is executed after fetching of operands in complete called. Execute, cache memory placed which place between CPU and main memory. A device which can store a symbol selected from a set of symbol. Memory cell, a signal sent to the CPU by an external event, such as when information from an input device is used. Memory locations. Interrupt, holds the contents of the accessed world. MBR, the data on which the system has to operate in intermediate result and result of operation performed. Accumulator register, auxiliary memory also known as secondary or external memory, an external storage device with access of data. Magnetic tape, a circular magnetic disc made of flexible plastic sheet created with magnetic material. Floppy disk, ROM, write once, read many, create your own CD-ROM, the most popular medium for large data sets which application used to access and process sequential. Magnetic tape, secondary storage devices can store hundreds of gigabytes on them, is a very small places. Mass storage, hard disk are costly and unfit to transfer data from one place to another, so floppy disks of low capacity are used by floppy disk. CD-ROM works much like the compact disc used in CD players. Optical disk, MIPS, millions instruction per second. MFLOPS, millions of floating point operation per second. GFLOPS, giga floating point operation per second. CISC, complex instruction set computer. EPIC, explicitly parallel instruction computing. TICO, total cost of ownership. DVS, demand based switching. BIOS, basic input output system. IRG, inter-record gaps. DOT, digital audio tape. CPPM, content protection for pre-recorded media. DTS, digital theater system. EFMP, 8 of 14 modulation plus. USB, universal serial bus. SD, secure digital. MMC, multimedia card. RAID, redundant array of inexpensive disk. HSS, hierarchical storage system. SIM, single inline memory module. DIMM, dual inline memory module, acts as the nerve center of the computer control unit. Interrupts are encoded by central processing unit, are parallel electrical paths that transport data between the CPU and memory. System bus, holds the address of memory where operand is stored. Memory address register, before execution are fetched from the memory. Operands, is responsible for booting up the computer. Basic input output system, must be refreshed many times per second. Dynamic RAM, USB type storage devices. Secondary, which of the following place the common data elements in order from smallest to largest. Character field record file database, a half byte is known as nibble. Main memory of computer is internal. What is the permanent memory built in your computer? ROM. With a CD you can read. In a hard disk, the zero track is innermost. Main memory stores data, program and results. Main memory stores data, program and results. Same question आ गया है. Flash is PROM. Permanent instruction that the computer causes when it is turned on and that cannot be changed by other instructions are contained in ROM. A Winchester disk is a disk stack, typical acronym of reusable optical storage with the CDRW. Data gathering in computer means they allow to use data store. Who developed Fortran is John Backus. What is full form of LISP? List processing. Full form of basic beginners all-purpose symbolic instruction code. Inventor of BASIC John G. Kennedy 1964. Who developed C? Dennis Ritchie 1972. Who developed C++? V. Jarne. Who developed Pascal? Nicholas. Java language written by Sun Microsystem 1990, lead by 1991. Full form Snowballs. String oriented and symbolic language 1962. Full form of RPG report program generate. Full form of OOPS object oriented programming, a type of diagram that represent a workflow or process flowchart. Is simply a representation of type of object class. Is a simple type of subroutine called to create an object. Constructor refers to the ability of variables, function or object to take on multiple forms. Polymorphism is a subclass or child class to provide a specific implementation of a data that is already provided by one of its superclass or parent class. Answer रहेगा method overriding. N is an event that occur during the execution of a program. Exception can be runtime execution. Exception, error, exception handling is like a translate used to translate high level language into its equivalent machine language program. Interpreter, SDLC full form of software development life cycle, is a graphical representation of an operation or a process. Flowchart is a form which an analyst can fill when studying a process. Process chart is a chart with 4 sections listing all the logical condition and actions. Decision table and is a tangible object that exists in this real world. Entity, the qualities of an entity which can be stored as information are called the attributes. Association among several entities. Relationship, testing data on the basis of the certain condition. Data validation, is a system for storing and delivering massive quantities of data. Data warehousing refers to the extraction of hidden predictive information pattern from large database. Data mining, file, a combination of multiple related records. File, smallest item of the data is a binary digit, either a 0 and 1 called bit, is a combination of multiple related bit. Character is a combination of multiple related fields. Record, a network database is an extension of hierarchical database. Network database, each table columns represents a data field and each row represents a data record known as tuple. Contains any type of data that user might like to type. Memo, contain one of two possible value, yes, no, or true, false. Logical contains one of two possible values, yes, no, और true, false. अल्फा न्यूमेरिक, ठीक है। यहाँ पे आपके पास सेम क्वेश्चन दिए हैं दो, तो जब भी एग्ज़ाम में कोई क्वेश्चन ऐसा आए तो ठीक ढंग से पढ़ेगा। ये सेम क्वेश्चन है। अनेबल is representation of information extracted for a database report, enable user to define their requirements as query for extracting information from a database called query language. और लास्ट क्वेश्चन है DW stands for डाटा वेयरहाउस। तो इस तरह से पार्ट 4 कंप्लीट होता है। इस सीरीज़ के हम 1000 क्वेश्चन करेंगे। तो वीडियो को लाइक, कमेंट और शेयर करना ना भूलें, और साथ में चैनल सब्सक्राइब कर लें ताकि आपको लेटेस्ट नोटिफिकेशन के साथ लेटेस्ट वीडियो मिलती रहे। धन्यवाद।